Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the James Madison Dukes, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Delaware Blue Hens. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Blue Hens will put toe to leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So James Madison's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Martin back to pass. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Dukes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. The ball pops out. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover.
Great job.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Spins away from the defense. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Caught in the backfield, it's Roach. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. So Delaware's offense will go to work for the first time today. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big...
Breaks into the open. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Blue Hens, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to ride this running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for that.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Drills him with the stiff arm. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And the Blue Hens in the hurry-up. The option look. Now the toss. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive.
Football seven. Here we go, sack.
The give to the back. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. Get the defense in a bind.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Delaware. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out in the end zone and came up a little short. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. Now on second down. Martin will throw it. Looking to scramble. Going to try to get it himself. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Dukes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. Punt is in the air. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react to getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Big fullback's got it. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake. Using the quick game. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback will keep it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end-of-the plays. When I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
And the Blue Hens racing to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the fullback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Sends it back in motion. Give to the big fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quarterback making adjustments. The Blue Hens really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Makes a man miss. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Blue Hens kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Now on the option. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
They'll try the right side. Makes his man miss. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
He's brought down at the 18-yard line. Now, 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Blue Hens pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They go to the ground. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
At the 14-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Here we go, here we go.
Unloads quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
On the option. He'll pitch it. Didn't get much. Picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a 4th and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
The play action fake. Looking to scramble. Gets rid of it. Into the house. Touchdown, Blue Hens! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down.
Neutral zone is on action. Defense.
The defender crossed the line a little bit too early. It's a free 5 yards for the offense. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Oh, he's got some space.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Martin back to pass. Bringing the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Roach.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ellis. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, James Madison. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll toss it to the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Kelly. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. And the Blue Hens want to move quickly. To the air on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. He's going to run it. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. The Blue Hens come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Quickly complete. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Get it out on the screen. There he goes. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Blue Hens. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Martin will throw it. They'll run the screen. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Pulls it in. It's Roach. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. And the Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Nice move there. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
From the gun, running back on the move. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Blue Hens decide to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Martin back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Rush. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Dukes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They booted away on 4th down. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. On the option. He'll keep it himself. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in. Got that second.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll try the outside to the left. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Blue Hens will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Got a man, it's Ellis. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Jukes his way for more. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Dukes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks forward.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half, you're playing at home, and it's a close... You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Martin will throw it. Working that wide receiver screen. Touchdown, Dukes! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3's coming soon.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They... on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Here comes the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. On the option. The pitch. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
It'll be third and long. Goes to the option. Hard running there. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
And third and long as a defensive lineman, man, I'm thinking fly up the field, get to the quarterback. They sneak in the option. The defense not ready. He didn't even have to pitch it. He just kept it himself and gets the third and long situation.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Finds a little space. He has the first and still on his feet. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Motion from the back. Run it with the fullback. And the Blue Hens will keep this drive going.
One thing you know with this guy, fullback, he's not going to fumble the football. And I think that's why they're handing it off to him in the 4th quarter with the lead.
They'll run the option. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. The Blue Hens will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run the option. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, this defense has to know that this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He's a guy that can carry the football as well. He went ahead and got that first down.
The option look. He'll toss it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Turning it on! Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And they're kind of going to...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll keep it and go right. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Man, I can't do that here, right? I got the football, I got the lead, the clock is my friend, and now I cough it up. Offense have to understand the situation, have to understand I got to get to the ground.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Martin back to pass. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, this offense is up against it here, trailing late in the game. The defense knows they're going to throw the football. First down, they get sacked. 2nd down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on 3rd down.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
You've got to be impressed by what you've seen from this defensive line in the game because they're getting to the quarterback, they're getting sacks, and when they can't get there, they're putting their arms up and they're batting balls down. So impressive watching this D-line go to work.
Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's